Well, hello everybody, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome back to my sister's favourite series, The Wheel of Pain. Obviously, in the last episode, well, it is for me at least, in my eyes. In the last episode, we took a look at the Lucario promo and the Kyogre EX, and my sister unfortunately bricked. Obviously, it's been a while since we did that one. Obviously, we've been recording for, the new year and things like that. We gave ourselves a bit of a break over the Christmas period, and I'm kind of glad we did, because I must admit, it was not exhausting, but it gave my brain a bit of a break from the painful cards that we deal with. So obviously, in the last Wheel of Pain episode, my sister did lose, and she did make me, I believe she made me go first, and she still lost, so maybe she'll change up her strat and make herself go first or something, I don't know.
Yes, we'll go back to that. I'll spin first for myself.
Alright, anything you're particularly hoping for as you look down on the right-hand side as they spin by?
I don't know, actually. Like, I think Arbok EX, if that's the item one, I think that could be interesting.
Yes, it is.
Any of the Team Rocket stuff, I think that could be quite cool.
And speaking of Devil, there's Arbok.
Yeah. But other than that, I don't really have a preference, because all of these cards are bad, so...
Well, not all of them are bad, they're just, like, some of them do have good things about them, but...
Yeah. But it's more so just letting them have a bit of a limelight.
Exactly. Alright, let's spin the wheel and see what you get. And as per usual, my sister will read the card out. And you get Paldean Clodsire from Paldea Evolved. I know that card. I used to try and build a deck around it.
I also know this. Is it Paldea Evolved or is it Paldean Fates?
It's number 193, so just put that in Google, I guess. I think it's Paldea Evolved, but I don't remember.
Right, let me double check. Go away, filter.
So yeah, number 193.
Yep. I see what it's done. It is also in Paldean Fates, but...
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah. Is it this one? No, it's not this one.
Number 193. If you just put in Paldean Clodsire, I don't remember exactly which one it is.
It is not coming up for me.
Hold on a moment. I've got to remember which one. It might have been a typo on my part, so let me have a look.
Yeah, because the only Paldean Clodsires I have are the ones with Toxic Wetland, which is from Paldean Fates.
That is the one. It's Paldean Fates. I must have put a typo.
Paldea Evolved.
Yeah, I put the typo.
It's number 130.
Yeah, I must have put a typo for that. So I should have put Paldean Fates instead of the thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's both, that's a typo on my part.
I think it's because there's 193 cards in the set. That's probably why it's 193. Anyway, sorry for that long-winded check. I just wanted to make sure I was getting the right Paldean Clodsire. So, stage 1, 280 HP, and it has the ability Toxic Wetland, where it says, once during your turn, if a stadium is in play, you may make your opponent's active Pokemon poisoned. I like the sound of this card, until we get to this. For a Dark Energy and 2 Colourless Energy, we have Needlebone, which does 200 damage, but then you have to flip a coin, and if tails during your next turn, this Pokemon cannot attack. So it's similar to Heavy Stomp from Oinkologne EX. Yes. It is weak to fighting, so no fighting backup for Joe.
Unless I get one.
If he spins one, then so be it. And it has a free retreat cost, so...
As in the number 3, not free. I'd be very worried if a Clodsire could have free retreat. I've just double checked the other Paldean Clodsire that's on the wheel. That is from Journey Together, so that's a different card.
Yes.
That is on the wheel, but obviously I mistyped with 193. I think maybe it was 93.
I don't know. It's the set number, and it's number 130. So.
Yeah, I probably just did a typo or something, but it's not a big deal.
It's all good. I just wanted to make sure I got the correct EX.
As soon as I saw the attack and the ability, I was like, yeah, it's that one. Because obviously, I don't know if you can see it, but the Journey Together one's actually down here. But anyway, less of that. Let's see if I can get a fighting type. Come on. There's not many on this wheel, but let's see what we get. And we get...
Is that Pikachu?
Pikachu from Prismatic Evolutions. Oh, no, it's Lugia. Ooh, this is spicy. I know that.
Alright. Lugia EX.
I know this is
There is
spicy.
only one that exists.
It is.
So, this is from Prismatic Evolutions.
Before you go any further, can I just say it's a long fall from Lugia's grace. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, massively. So,
Anyway.
it is a basic with 220 HP. And it just has one attack, which is Hyper Whirlpool, which is free colorless energy for the record. 140 damage, and you flip a coin until you get tails, and for each heads, you discard an energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. And when your Pokemon has a free attack energy cost, then that could be fatal.
And also Crushing Hammer in the format.
Exactly. It is weak to lightning, so no lightning backup for me. And it has a 2 retreat cost, and it is also resistant to fighting.
Well, there's definitely going to be no fighting Pokemon involved in this episode, but
No.
yeah, this should be interesting. You know, like say Crushing Hammer, the attack itself. I think this will be fine. So we're going to go off, make our decks as per normal, and we'll see you shortly. And welcome to our first game. We're both relatively confident, I think. I mean, you didn't really say much.
I'm not sure about confidence. I think it's quite obvious, like, what avenue I was going to go down for this. So
yeah.
We'll see how well it goes.
Let's go first. I've had a few different ideas for this deck, but like most of them involve it being quite clunky. And speaking of clunk, this hand, jeez.
I haven't seen my hand yet.
This is a terrible hand. Let's put it that way.
Oh, my hand's actually relatively okay. Question mark?
Oh no. Well, that helps, but not right now. Pass.
Okie dokie. We'll go Wooper, Nest Ball,
Root Bonnet.
Grab. I mean, I could.
Oh, you're playing the Poison Dong. Great.
Well, I mean, Lugia's like absolutely fine. Like.
Yeah, but that's not the problem. It's if I start something like Hoot Hoot.
Yeah, we'll get Root Bonnet. I'll then attach for turn and Passerino.
Poison Chain is horrible for me. Well, that's helpful, I guess. We'll just attach the Jet and pass.
Okie dokie.
Oh boy.
Evolve.
There's the Clodsire.
Poffin.
Poffin.
For another Wooper. Because we can. Pass.
You've been playing Find a Home, interestingly enough.
Oh,
thank Christ for that. Oh no.
Alright. With the Clodsire ability, I think it makes sense that you play this Wooper.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, that's the energy attachment I needed. Play the Poffin. I will grab a Hoot Hoot and an Eevee. I'll Air Balloon to the Eevee. And yeah, we will Hyper Whirlpool for 140 and take the knockout.
Yep.
Of course, I can't stop it from flipping, but it's fine. That's at least a prize card at the very least, and it's put early pressure on you at least. Honestly, I had 3 Noctiles in hand, by the way, in my opening hand, and my ace spec.
Alright, well, Nest Ball, grabbing ourselves. Probably makes
I love the fact that you're using the Find a Home one. I love that art, it's so cute.
It is very cute, isn't it?
And then you got Clodsire, which is a big, angry, flipper fish thingamabob. Yeah, you might be wondering why the Eevee's there, that's for sure, but you'll find out later.
Flip the script.
I had a few different avenues to go down with this build, but I ended up going with the safer option.
Okay. Perilous Jungle.
Of
will
course.
Then use Paldean Clodsire's ability to poison your active.
Why, thank you. Very much appreciated.
And let's go for the A-Bet.
Well, I'm already poisoned. Did you just do that for the content, the Toxic Wetland?
Yes.
I thought you would.
Just to get a bit more draw, I'll play Sada. Only can go.
Sada? Huh? I mean, energy switch is a thing, but that's just weird.
Let's go.
Alright, now I'm a bit confused by that, but sure.
Ultra Ball. Get rid of Yveltal and energy.
Okay. Okay. Kind of annoyed I had to commit my jet to the active then, but it's fine.
Here. That is the question.
Yeah, what do you grab here? Because obviously a Hyper Whirlpool can knock out its Wooper.
I think we'll just grab another Petrarun.
Boo!
I'm not gonna bench it, I don't think.
Good.
Because I'm gonna go for...
You Fez. Oh, yeah. Because again, for some reason, Fez doesn't seem to be, doesn't appear to be showing up with a red arrow if you've already used it.
Strange. I'll attach for turn to L'Active. And I'll leave it there.
Okay, so I take 3 in between turns. That's fine. Draw for turn. That is beautiful. So I'm going to Ultra Ball away a Crushing Hammer and a Fire Energy. I'm going to grab myself a Flareon EX.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'll evolve to Flareon. I'll evolve to Noctowl.
Interesting choice, though.
It was made
it's not the first Pokemon I was thinking.
No, it's not typically something you might have thought of, but I just went with it because it just felt like a safe option, to be honest. Right, what do I want to grab off of this? Because I'm not really having much going on here. So I can grab you. It's a shame I had to commit my Jet Energy so early, which is kind of annoying. Because Jet was in case you tried anything like, you know, Yveltal or anything. Because obviously you're playing Dark Energy, it just made sense. I can grab Super Rod, I guess. Then we will retreat. Get rid of the basic energies mainly. So I can go into Flareon. Super Rod. Fire, Lightning, and Water. Because if you notice, it's the same attack cost for the Carnelian, which is why I'm playing these energies. If that wasn't obvious. So we'll attach the Flareon, and we will Burning Charge for 130. Search my deck for 2 basic energy cards and attach them. I will get rid of a Lightning and a Fire. And pop them on the Lugia. Plus, as well, Carnelian smacks you for 280, so it just felt like the best choice.
Yeah, that's fair. Alright.
And if you played a backup attacker that was weak to fire, beneficial, I guess, but I doubt you would, but, you know.
Okay.
It is the thought that counts.
Yes. Okay. Not much going on here. I'm not going to lie to you. So what I'm going to do...
Must admit, the Sada did catch me off guard.
Attach for turn to the benched one.
Yep.
Let's see. I'll then put down the Petrarun. I'll just use Toxic Wetland.
Yep.
And I will pass from there.
Alright. So I will draw for turn. Let's see what we get off the top. That's usable. We'll Charm you. Burning Charge for 130.
Yep.
Thin these bad boys out. Pop them on the Lugia.
Makes sense.
Might as well charge them up. Well, it's highly unlikely this Paldean Clodsire is attacking anytime soon, unless you get the nuts, I guess.
Rookie gear. Ooh. Which one do we go for here?
I suspect I know what you potentially got off of that, but I'll see what happens. Because there's a specific supporter that is very good in a deck like this. And I'm not on about Sada. I mean, it is a risk if you do that, though. If it's that supporter.
I'm going to take Sada.
That's not the support I was expecting to see a high count of, I must admit.
I kind of need the draw here. That's the main reason why I went for the Sada over everything else.
I mean, you get to play E-Switch, I guess, so that is something.
Yeah, sadly, I did not draw my E-Switch. So, in that case... we've got an empty hand, so I'm not too...
In before I top deck Noctowl.
Well...
I could top deck Noctowl and just ruin your day.
Yeah.
Which the PCGL gods have been on my side recently.
They have. I think I'm just going to pass here, to be honest. I didn't draw what I wanted, basically, but it is what it is.
That's not the card, but that will do. I'm going to get Fez down. I knew I should have put Mew in this list, but I didn't, because obviously Dark-type weakness. I might as well just charge up my Lugia, I guess.
Yeah.
So Burning Charge, grabbing just the one energy, and I'll pop up the Lugia.
Yep.
Taking the knockout and taking 2 prize cards. Let's see what we get. Not bad. Okay. Not the worst, not the best. What's next is Brute Bonnet, your freaking backup attacker or something.
Bring up Petulant, because obviously that'll ping the damage.
Yep.
In between turns. I'll draw for turn. I will flip the script.
Yep. The 8 poison is definitely a problem.
Nice. So we can go there. But we're still short 1, I think.
Yes, you are.
I think we're fine here, actually. I'm going to play Janine's Secret Art.
Yeah, I knew that support would be in the deck. I knew that support would be in the deck. I know Dark decks pretty well.
We only have 1 energy in the deck, so it's going to go to the Paldean Clodsire. This is still fine, though.
Yeah, it's workable.
Attach return to the Clodsire. I will switch from Brute Bonnet to the Petulant.
We finally get to see a Needle Bone.
Yeah. I'll retreat into Paldean Clodsire. Don't need to establish that yet.
Needle Bone for 200. What a weird name for an attack.
Okay, yeah. I'm happy with just carrying on. So,
Don't worry,
Needle Bone.
Flare on, you're just going to feel a small prick.
For the KO. And
you cannot attack.
That is absolutely fine.
Yeah, you can deal with that. Did you like that joke then?
Yes.
As someone who's had blood taken to, like check my blood and stuff, yeah, I had to make that joke. So I will bench an EX. I will flip the script. Okay, that's not bad actually. That's pretty good. I will Crushing Hammer.
Yep.
Tails, that's fine.
You've got 2 more copies of that anyway, because I saw you discard 1 earlier.
I don't actually. I only have 1 more. I only put 3 in the list.
Oh, okay.
So we'll Hyper Whirlpool.
And see if we lose any energy.
You do not.
No. Okay, we'll take that.
That's good for you, though. That's good for you.
That is pretty good. That is pretty good for me. So what I can do here, I can actually take the knockout here, I think.
Give over.
So we will attach Binding Mochi.
Okay.
Well then...
Are we playing a Petulant EX in there?
Toxic Powder.
Right. But you can't attack.
That is true. But I can do this when I...
Is there a Petulant EX in there? Am I correct?
Earthen Vessel away, Bud.
Yep.
And...
That's that's 3 tails in a row, by the way. So clearly the luck that I had in the previous Melmetal versus Sprigatito is passing on to me.
Yes. Thanks, Pokegear. That was useless.
Nice. So are you getting this knockout, or are you just bluffing?
So we have to go for... Okay, I can't get knockout now.
Good.
Because I've lost all the pieces there. So what we'll have to do instead...
Is run away.
Is run away, yes. What do you need? Even though I don't have any energy there, that's fine.
I was going to say, I remember you mentioning earlier you didn't have any energy left in deck.
Oh, this is a sticky
Someone's going to have to hard retreat their Clodsire. I mean, it'll take poison damage.
Yeah, that...
You can retreat to Petch and give me 8, I guess. That's something.
Yeah, I think
Lines up Needlebone.
Yeah, I think that's my only option. It does mean that I've priced quite a couple of energy this game. But that's fine. I'm going to have to hard retreat, unfortunately, into the Pepperant. I'll then attach this turn to the Wooper.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to have to leave it there.
Right, well, I take 8 between turns, so that is fine. It's going to be this poison package doing most of the work for you. I'm going to Terra Orb, grab my Flareon. Evolve to Flareon. Attach a water. Boss to Clodsire.
Yep.
And Hyper Whirlpool for 140 and take the knockout. Again, that's 4 tails in a row.
Wow.
Yeah, I've definitely been cursed with your disluck.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, that's good to see. We'd love to see you. I mean, you are getting poison pings in at the very least. But,
I am getting poison pings.
You know, I'm down to 1 prize card, which is the problem.
Yeah. Alright. Moon.
Hello, hello, hello.
Flip the script.
A roaring moon, eh?
Yeah,
so not only are you traumatizing me with poison, you've also got a way to just donk my ass easily.
Well,
it's not working out for it. That explains the Sardas, to be fair.
Can't do anything, so...
Well, game 2 it is.
Yeah.
I'm just going to swing, not waste any time.
Yeah, that was unfortunate. I couldn't find any of my outs to...
we got our first heads.
Yeah.
That's fine. Well, that's game 1 to Lugia.
Alright, I will go first in game 2.
Go first in game 2, that's fine by me. Not a bad little result. The Flareon powering up everyone definitely did help, and obviously was able to just plink at your Clodsire, power up my boys, and that's what was able to get me the win there. Let's go to game 2. Welcome back to game 2. That was an unfortunate loss for my sister in game 1. And at least now I know there's a Roaring Moon in that list, which is rather terrifying, to be honest. Because Frenzy Gouging is scary.
Yeah, I think, you know, like I say, it was kind of obvious that I was going to go for a poison-esque package.
Yeah.
So
obviously my sister's requested to go first.
I sure have.
Which, with this start, I'm hoping it doesn't bite me in the bum. But, well, let's find out. But yeah, obviously, we didn't see my A spec, nor did...
No.
We didn't see yours, did we?
No, mine was prized.
Yeah, mine was in the deck, but I didn't end up using it.
Okay, well, I'm getting the donk here, so...
You're getting the donk?
I said I'm not getting the donk.
Good. I could actually play the game then.
Yes. We'll get the Petron down, we'll get the...
Yeah, I knew you'd play that in the list. There's the moon.
And that is all I can do.
Okay, well at least we don't get donked at the very least. Nice, we will bench the Eevee. The Nest Ball for a Fan Rotom. Let's do a quick prize check whilst we're here. I've prized a Lugia, that's fine. That is completely fine. Yeah, that's fine. I really wish I'd put a Lilies in this list, but I didn't bother. That's fine, that's fine. All the energy's there. Good. Very Gucci. Let's Fan Call. Grab ourselves an Eevee, a Hoot, and a Noct. Area 0. Pass.
Yep. Okay, cool. Nest Ball. Oh no, it's prize! No!
What's prize?
Brute Bonnet.
Oh dear. Well, you're going to have to be double attaching for Poison Chain then, aren't you?
I'll grab you.
You only played one bonnet.
I had to make sacrifices.
Understandable. That's slightly annoying, but it's fine.
Yeah, I'll just go Perilous Jungle, and I guess we'll put the A back on the moon. That's all we can do.
Alright, let's see what we can do from here.
This is the problem that, like, Poison Package has anyway, as well. If you just brick, then
exactly.
It's really rough.
So then I will Ultra Ball away Countercatcher and Area 0. I'll grab myself my Latias. Unfortunately, because of me getting rid of my Area 0 there, I don't really have much choice. We're not going to have a Lugia on this board for a little bit, but I'm sure the folks at home could live with that. So we will Jewel Seeker, grab myself a Crispin, because I only played 2 Area 0 in this list, so, you know, there's only so much I can fit in a list. I can power up this. I can power up that, I guess. And my Turo's prize, so I can't even get. So you know that's fun, I guess. Yeah, I'll just grab that, I guess, because well, I'm not going to be mentioning a Lugia for a little bit in this one. So we'll Crispin. Excuse me. Fire on the Flareon. Lightning to the Flareon. Free retreat. Into the Flareon. And Burning Charge, take out the Patch. I'm kind of hoping you do start taking knockouts, because it's going to be a case of me just attacking with Flareon for a little bit, because I already played 2 Area 0. And obviously one of my Lugias is prized. And speaking of the devil, there it is. And obviously my Turo's prized, so I can't even pick up my Latias. Which, in hindsight, was a bad call for this deck, but, well, I kind of need the free pivot.
This is not going well. I'm bricking over here. Buddy Puffin and pass.
Oh dear, that's not good.
No energy so far.
Terror Orb. Fin out the Eevee from deck. I've also prized a Flareon, so I'm really doing well with my prizing here. I guess I'll attach the Fan, and I'll Burning Charge. But I won't attach anything. Come on, give me my Turo. I want to get something down. Nope. I knew I should have put 3 Area 0 in, but I could have like discarded the water energy I had in hand. Oh no.
Draw pass. Oh dear, I'm just bricking over here.
Burning Charge, not attach energy. I want my Turo. I want to actually attack with Lugia this game. Nope. I know for a fact that Turo's in the prize cards. Like, come on. I want to use my Lugia. That's the whole point of the challenge. I don't just want to use my backup attacker the whole game.
We'll get a nest ball at least. See if Fez can give us anything. Probably not.
I might even stop attacking just so I can actually use Lugia.
Fez does not give us anything that we need. This is rough.
Yeah, you're telling me. And I'm the one taking prize cards. Right,
well, then it's not rough for you, is it?
Yeah, but I can't attack using the backup, you know?
Yeah.
Just do that thin. Burning Charge. At least I'm giving you Fez draw.
Yeah, but I'm running out of Whoopers.
Come on, give me my Turo, please. No, that's my second Flareon. I don't want that. I want my Turo. I swear, if Turo's the last prize card, I'm just going to be annoyed. There's another Whooper.
Yep. Alright. Well,
still nothing, or...?
At least we can get the big boy established, but still not found a single energy yet.
The thing is, though, if I find my E-switch, that's game. So, you know. If I'd have kept that water energy and hadn't not put it on the Fan Rotom...
Well, all I'm saying is I'm very unlucky because all my vessels are in the deck. And I've got one... I only have one energy prized as well, so I don't know why I'm not finding them. Fine. I'll leave it at that. I didn't even poison. Oh well.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well, there's no point. Like, I'm so far behind. I've got no energy on the board.
I'll just Burning Charge for 130 and not attach anything. I want to actually put down my Lugia, that's the thing. I couldn't do it because I had to get rid of my Area 0.
Poison and pass.
Jeez. I might even just stop attacking so you can actually draw into stuff, genuinely.
No, it's no point.
That doesn't even help, because Turo's prized. I just got Noctowl off the top. I literally, you know, can't use Well, I can use Noctowl, but not if I don't want to use it. I think I might just stop attacking from this point, because this is just unfair. And I want to actually use my Lugia. I have it in hand.
Nothing. Still no energy.
Jeez.
Still no Vessel. Still no Janine.
Right, Walter. I mean, I can end it here, but it's your call. I mean,
please do. This is.
You want me to finish it?
Yeah, I don't really care.
I'm gonna BM slightly and do it with fan.
Sure.
Assault landing for game.
Yeah.
I could have obviously gotten rid of the water energy that I had, but there was no guarantee I had Crispin in the deck, so, you know, and there's my Turo, so... I wish I'd have put in 2 Turo, but... Same with a third Area 0, but I can only put in so much in the list, and, well, when we go to the deck list, you'll see it was quite a tight squeeze for this list, but... Yeah, unfortunate loss there for my sister with Paldean Clodsire. I like that card, but...
I just bricked,
well,
like...
You just bricked.
You didn't even see my ace spec.
You didn't even see mine, so when we go to the deck list, we'll obviously discuss a bit further. Anywho, let's go to the deck list, speaking of that, and we'll see in a moment. So here's my list for Lugia EX and Flareon EX. I didn't really have many avenues to think of. I thought a Terra package just made the most sense, because obviously it is a colourless Pokemon. It means you can play Glass Trumpet, which we never saw. We can play Energy Switch, which we never saw. You start to see the pattern of how these games really went. Like I say, I knew my Terra was prized, so I couldn't even use that. I only had 2 areas here on the list, so even if I could put down the Lugia, I could have gotten rid of the water energy in fairness that I had. But obviously with only 2 Crispin in the list, there's no guarantee it was in there. And, you know, I didn't really look at Crispin count. I wish I could have. Well, I wish I did when I did the Fan Rotom search. Because then that would have made it so that I could actually use Lugia. But obviously at the time I didn't really think about it. So obviously I'm playing a 4-4 Hoot Noctowl line. Obviously this is mainly for the Terra package approach. Obviously we have the EVs as our main basic Terras. I did debate a Cornerstone Ogerpon in this list at one point, because obviously, you know, that effectively was Clodsire, so if I am breaking, because Terra packages sometimes can break, you know, I could use that. But then I thought, well, what's a backup attacker that I've not used and I really want to use in one of our Wheel of Pain episodes? And the answer is Flareon. You may remember that when I did the Vaporeon video with my sis, and she had... What was the card you had? You had Sinister EX. I wanted to use Flareon, but Flareon is a fire type, so that's off limits in that matchup. So I thought, why not give it a try now and play a 3-2 line of it? So obviously we have 2 Lugias, 2 Fans, 2 EV EXs, 1 Boosted Evolution EV. This is the best basic EV you can play. Yes, it has 50 HP, but if you really are worried about that, you can play the Colourful Friends one for 70 HP. Then of course 2 Flareons. We didn't even use Carnelian, didn't really need to. And of course, Latias and Fez as our usual backup support. Then for our supporters, we are very light, and I kind of wish I did put a Lilies in here, but I'll be honest, I didn't even think of it. 2 Boss, 2 Crispin, 1 Iona, 1 Turo, and I really wish I'd have put a second one in had I known if I'd have been able to bench a Lugia in that matchup. 4 Nest, 3 Crushing Hammer. We got literally 1 heads, and it was after a knockout, so, you know, not really great, and we didn't get a single Crushing Hammer head, so again, not great. 2 Energy Switch. This plays along with Grass Trumpet, and most importantly, if Flareon needs a Lightning Energy that I fin onto a Lugia, I can just go E-Switch, 2 Flareon, Carnelian, blow up a Clodsire. That was the idea there. It did not come up. 2 Ultra Balls, 1 Nest Ball, well, not 1 Night Stretcher, I meant, 1 Earthen Vessel, 1 Body Poffin to obviously grab my Hoot Hoots, my Fans, and my Eevee. 1 Glass Trumpet, we never saw this card. Super Rod, we never saw this card. Terra Orb, situational card, but it is a very good one. Counter Catcher, we did see it, but it was Ultra Ball fodder, so you can start to see how these games went. I went with Unfair Stand. Now, this is a very unusual A-Spec pick. The main reason for that is because I didn't want to play Crystal, because then that leans more into the Flareon. But at the same time, I didn't want to play something like Hero's Cape or anything like that, because then I can't put down Bravery Charm or Handheld Fan, which I did play a copy of. Again, my sister didn't see it, I didn't see it, and I didn't see the point of grabbing it off a Noctowl. It's just a really good A-spec to have in a deck, and with a Noctowl search, it's pretty good to have, because obviously you can go Unfair Stamp Crispin, which is really nice, if you need to, or you can go Turo, Unfair Stamp, or even Boss Unfair Stamp, so that was the thought process. In hindsight, this is probably a bad A-spec pick, but, well, I couldn't really think of one. I could have gone Prime, but I didn't really see the point of Prime. 2 Bravery Charms to obviously give our Lugias a little bit more bulk, and obviously Latias is potentially a bit more bulk if she has a Dark single prize attacker that can't one-shot it with a Bravery Charm. Kind of coping there, but still the thought was there. 1 Air Balloon, this card at least came in useful. Handheld Fan, we never saw this card. I'm not really going to bother talking about it because it's more of a situational card for this sort of card. 2 Area 0, 3 Fire Energy, 3 Lightning Energy, 3 Water Energy, and 1 Jet Energy just in case she tries to Petch Stormy or something. All in all, Lugia is an interesting card, but, with how much you need to commit to it for just 140 damage, and, well, with the way the games went, a lot of tails, this is definitely a card that belonged on this wheel, and I'm kind of glad I did put it on the wheel. So what do you think to the list then, sis, even though you only saw for about half of it?
Excuse me. Yeah. I was quite interested by the fact that you chose to use Flareon and the Noctowl thing. But I think that makes sense, having a different, energy acceleration to what we were normally doing. Lots of one-offs in your list, which I think, if you was to build this again, that might need, a little bit of attention.
Spoiler alert, I will not be building this again.
No.
I did not enjoy this card.
No, it's not a great card. 140 damage is not good in the current format.
And when you get a lot of tails as well, that also doesn't help.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, a lot of one-offs in your list. I'd say that's the only thing. Maybe that's why there were certain cards that you didn't see. But
I wanted to see Toro.
Yeah. But no, I think it was okay for the challenge and stuff. But it was just quite unfortunate that in game 2, as you saw, I kind of just didn't get anything going.
And, well, I did have, I could have Ultra Balled away the Water Energy, because I had a Water in hand, which went on the fan. Because that was my last Area 0, because obviously you bounce it with the stadium. But the problem is if I did that, what if I prize both my Crispin? Because obviously I didn't check the Crispins. That's the only thing I didn't do on my Fan Rotom search, is I didn't check my Crispins. So if I'd have gone for that play and gone, oh bugger, I've prized both my Crispin, you can start to see where the problem would arise. And yes, Lugia didn't get to see much action, but to be brutally honest, Lugia's a terrible card. The whole point of this is that we can use a backup attacker where needed, and well, Flareon more than did its job. So now we're going to get my sister's deck list and see what unfortunate brick she cooked up.
So here is my Paldean Clodsire EX deck. As you saw in the games, I went for a poison package as a backup. It made sense to me, with the toxic wetland ability, and I just thought it just made sense. I didn't want to, rely on adding Crispin and stuff, and it just didn't make sense to me. So that's kind of why I went with that. So yeah, 4-3 line of the Paldean Clodsire. I played the Find a Home Wooper. Again, makes sense with the ability. When we have obviously 2 Petron, I have the 2 Moon. Now, I went down to 1 Brute Bonnet because I was kind of trying to juggle around a couple of cards. I feel like this could have been at 2, but obviously in game 1 it wasn't an issue, but it was an issue in game 2. But whatever. 1 Petra, 1 Fez, and then the Yveltal for the clutch. Now, this is where I think I wouldn't say it was the biggest error, but to
definitely
try and accommodate,
interesting maneuver is all I'll say.
For all of this that I wanted to try and accommodate, I had to sacrifice a little bit of the supporter line. So here was my theory. So for Sada, because obviously accelerate to the Moon and Brute Bonnet if I need to, and that's my draw. Janine's Secret Art again for accelerating energy to the Clodsire or any of my Pokemon, for instance, but I don't really have any of a draw. So I was going to try and put in lilies or something, but then I would have to take out a couple of consistency cards. So I don't know where those cuts would have come from. Maybe a Binding Mochi. I already went down to 2 ABEX because obviously I went down to 1 Brute Bonnet. So I don't know. I think that's definitely where it could have, helped in game 2. Game 1 wasn't so bad, but game 2 it definitely revealed that flaw. But yeah, as I was saying, we got 4 Nest Ball, 3 Poffin, 3 Ultra Ball. Again, Nest Balls to find your Petarunts and your Bonnets and your Fez. Poffin is mainly just for the Wooper, which is why it's only at 3, but we still want to be able to see it consistently. And we didn't have an issue finding that, to be honest, so I'm happy with that inclusion and the number that we were at. Free energy switch again, because we have Sardas and Janines as our acceleration. We can move energy around. I would have tried to have got this to 4, but it just wasn't possible. 2 Pokegears to help find our supporters. 2 Night Stretchers in case we needed to get a piece back or an energy back. 2 Vessel to find our energy. My ace-spec was Secret Box, which I think was fine. A lot of poison packages don't play anything that like relatively searches for items, so I figured I could draw into it with the Sardas, but I didn't see it. So I think in game 1 it was prized as well. So there you go. And then 3 Binding Mochi and 2 ABEC. Obviously, like I said earlier, we went down to 1 Brood Bonnet, so I could go down to 2 ABEC. And obviously the ABEC can be used on Moon. If you play 2 Brood Bonnet, you normally play 3 ABECs. And the Binding Mochi was just another way of like hitting extra damage off the Clodsire. Just being able to hit, a little bit more than the 200, because 200 is not a fantastic number. It's an okay number because Dragapult hits for that number, but where Dragapult, gets that advantage is obviously placing the 6 damage across the board on the bench. Clodsire obviously doesn't do that. And then for the stadiums, we went for the free Perilous Jungle. Obviously, if we're playing the poison package, this is a given. And I went for Practice Studio because obviously Clodsire is a stage 1, so if we're swinging with that, it does 210. And the Toxic Wasteland, it doesn't have to be Perilous Jungle in the stadium slot. It can just be any stadium. So if there was like a 220 Pokemon, for example, it would still KO with the poison. But I just figured I'd put that in there as a little bit of a funny. And then 8 energy, which normally is fine. So it was just quite unfortunate in game 2 that we didn't really get anything going. But as I say, this Clodsire is not a good card, which is obviously why it's in the series. We're going to be saying that a lot.
We are going to be saying that a lot.
I think if I was to rebuild this list, I'd probably take out 1 Mochi and maybe the Night Stretchers and put in like a Lilies, or Carmine's also an option, but because we're not really playing any recovery apart from the Night Stretcher, Carmine
would be a bit risky as well.
One. So but poison packages are, they're on the downward spiral, and obviously a lot of the cards do a lot of the cards do rotate in the next rotation, which is coming up in a few months. So I guess this is like one of the last options, or one of the last times I get to do poison package. But anyway,
I'd also play Paldean Clodsire, but that specific card, there is another one on the wheel with Journey Together, so you get to see this card again potentially. Well, not this one, but a different Clodsire. I will say, just like general observations for your list, this isn't the list I would have gone with myself. The side account definitely caught me off guard, but obviously once you benched a Roy Moon, I was like, oh, okay, this makes sense. To be honest, I thought you'd have gone with the Toxtricity, the single prize stage 1, and then you could obviously put Monkeys and Energy Switch.
I could have gone with that, but I still think it would have been too slow.
But possibly, it depends, because Sharpedo is a 2 attack cost, and that gets its whole stigma from Toxbox itself. And most Sharpedo lists play 2 energy switch at bare minimum. Well, mine does anyway, and I still don't get why people aren't really playing energy switch. But it's a really interesting take on Paldean Clodsire. Obviously, very different to the one that I used to run back in the day, at least trying to make this card work. Because that was back in the time when double turbo energy existed. Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah,
it was not very good.
If we ever did like an expanded series, it would open up so much more possibilities. But I think you know, expanded has its meta, and you know, the bad cards aren't in expanded for a reason. All the good decks that do well in expanded are because they are very good. So
exactly. But yeah, that's it. That's going to be it for us today. This was I will say, underwhelming episode, and that's just my opinion on it. You know, obviously me not really being able to get Lugia going in the second game. Obviously this deck, as you can see in front of you, bricking quite badly. You know, I will say it was quite underwhelming in my personal experience, but I suppose that's 2 less cards off the wheel, so that's always a positive. But anyway, we'll leave it all to it for today. Really hope you enjoyed seeing Paldean Clodsire and Lugia EX, and we'll see you next time.